Welcome to NBA Basketball. I'm Damon Bruce, and we've got you covered here on 2K Sports. Thursday Hoops. It'll be Rajon Rondo and the Boston Celtics facing off against the New York Knicks. And now, time for the call by Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg from New York City as they get ready for the opener.
On the road, looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Boston Celtics are ready for this one to get started. Welcome to the Big Apple. The Knicks are playing before their hometown crowd here in New York. Thank you for joining us. It's the NBA presented by 2K Sports for this Thursday afternoon game. Presented by State Farm, let's take a look now at the Boston Celtics opening lineup. Rondo, Allen, and Pierce for the perimeter. Kevin Garnett and Jermaine O'Neal at the 4 and 5. And for the Knicks, Melo and Amari at the forward slots. Billups and Fields pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Turioff in at the 5.
Guys, the record was 37-15 for the Celtics against the Eastern Conference last season. Still one of the powerhouses, not just in the conference, but in the league.
And so off the tip, it's New York. Now here's Billups. It's Fields on the wing. And there's the feed to Carmelo. Puts the fade away right on the money. Let me ask you guys here, going back to the Celtics, eliminated by the Heat in 5 games in the playoffs. Clark, are they still a factor in the East? Steve?
Oh, yeah, they're still a factor. I mean, Miami is so good right now, but remember, Boston had an excellent regular season. They've got plenty of talent. They've got some good young players with Rondo and Jeff Green. And Boston will still be a major player in the Eastern Conference this year.
And here is Billups. The leaner inside. Here's Stoudemire. And yes, a nice assist from Billups. Stoudemire's got his first 2 points of the night. And here are the Celtics now.
Well, Chauncey Billups, a very productive season a year ago. He's not the player he once was. He's still a guy who will step out, take a big shot, run his team well, and show great leadership.
Now here's Rondo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. That's good. Garnett's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here is Billups. You're right, Steve. Billups did show leadership, and he did deal with some injury issues last season, too. Some torn ligaments in his wrist, Clark, an injured knee in the playoffs. The injuries did slow him down.
Yeah, and a lot of people would make the automatic jump that because he was injured and he's getting older, that those two things are connected, and going forward, you got to worry about it. Sure, you got to consider his age, but he's a great shooter. He's a terrific leader. He's a championship caliber player. And if he's healthy, he's still got some really good basketball left in him because, again, he's one of those guys whose game isn't predicated on overwhelming athleticism. It's about smarts, toughness, skill. And if your body's good, you can play that game a long time.
Now let's find out what head coach Mike D'Antoni had to say to our Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, he thinks their best asset is their explosive athletic ability, and he wants to see them use it today, saying, quote, "We've got the guys with the talent to attack the basket, and if we don't finish this game with a good amount of dunks for the highlight reel, we've done something wrong." Kevin, you should have some fun calls today.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Clock at 4. Deflected by Garnett. On offense, here are the Celtics. Allen in the post, covered by Anthony. Pierce against Fields. Fields against Pierce. Shoots over Fields, and it's Boston with another. Here's Billups. 1:50 left here in the opening quarter. Dishes it to Turioff. Down low. Anthony backing him down. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, there are a lot of good closers in the NBA, but for my money, Carmelo Anthony is the best guy in the fourth quarter when you absolutely need a bucket.
And Steve just talked about Carmelo Clark as a clutch scorer. The stats back him up. With the game on the line, there are a few better in the league in doing that.
I would put him right at the very top of the list, too, top 2 or 3, because he can get it over you. He can get it around you. He can do it with his back to the basket. He can do it from the three-point line. And he's a really good free throw shooter. I mean, he is really one of the premier scorers in our league without question.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Jared Jeffries, who's checked in for Turioff. And it's Walker in for Landry Fields.
Last season, the so-called melodrama, as Carmelo Anthony refused to sign an extension in Denver, forced his way to New York in a trade. And the story really dragged on all season long.
Kristich down low. Jeffries there. Goes up and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And, Steve talking, Clark, about the Carmelo trade saga, really an unwelcome distraction in a lot of ways. It hung over the players involved in Denver and in New York, and maybe took some attention away from the great season.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more there. I mean, as things tend to do in this 24/7 information cycle, it just kind of lingered and hovered and hung around. But in the end, he got his way. He desired to be in New York, a place where he grew up as a kid, and that motivated him to get to that place where he kind of considers home. So I think it's a good fit. Unfortunately, it took so long to happen, but the end result is a good one, I think, for him and the Knicks and hopefully the league.
Feeds to Walker. Fires from 14, and the shot is good. Phillips has got his first 2 points. And here are the Celtics now. Outside Rondo. Anthony against Pierce. Rondo against Phillips. From the wing. Rondo's shot is good. Rondo's got his first basket of the night. 35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Phillips. He's picked up by Rondo. Rondo is tagged with the reach. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
Not the guy you want to send to the line, Kevin.
And the first one at the line is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Rondo. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. Just 3 on the clock. Banks that one in. Rondo's got his second basket of the night. Good if it goes. And that concludes a back-and-forth, high-scoring first quarter of play. Celtics lead by 2.
And a good start for this club. I like the way they played together, really moved the ball and did a nice job offensively.
Yeah, excellent ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard, too.
And it's more NBA action coming your way here on 2K Sports. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. Here's West. So with Rondo on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Glenn Davis out there with Green. Then it's Allen. Then it's Garnett. And it's West in at the point.
Boy, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, one of the identifying characteristics of the Celtics, one of their calling cards has been their tough defense over the years. Former coach Phil Jackson had high praise for them, saying they're going to smother, they're going to contest, and they're going to body guys. He added that these things you'll have to account for and plan for when facing the Celtics. Guys, not easy to do.
Good job, Doris. Boston always near the top of the league in defense.
And, Kevin, I think Kevin Garnett has the most to do with that. He's the anchor down there on the block. And as a team, they've put together one of the best defensive units in the NBA the last few years surrounding Kevin Garnett.
For the Knicks, Amari Stoudemire is checked in for Turioff. Anthony comes in for Jared Jeffries. And Landry Fields subbed in for Bill Walker. And then for Boston, Pierce comes in for Ray Allen. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Delonte West. Now here's Douglas. 6 on the shot clock. Anthony backing him down. Over Green. Anthony with the bucket. Anthony's got 8 points.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's been tough to play straight up.
Rondo against Douglas. Rondo with it. Garnett, guarded by Stoudemire. Here's Davis, and another basket for Boston.
Yeah, they're finding the open man. Unselfish play. I like it.
Yeah, I love it, too. Teamwork in evidence there, right on full display. A big percentage, a high percentage of their baskets have come off assists.
Davis against Anthony. Douglas. Back to Anthony. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Anthony's got 4 points this quarter.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first.
I think New York and Boston have a heated rivalry, and not just the NBA, but all the aspects of professional sports, guys. But on the hardwood, it was all Boston last year.
Boston making some changes. Christitchie's checked in for Garnett. O'Neal comes in for Glenn Davis. And it's Allen in for Jeff Green. Here's Rondo. Back to last season, the Celtics just had the Knicks number 4-0. They swept them in the regular season and swept them, Steve, in the postseason.
Yeah, so what's that? 0 for 8? I'm a math major, Kevin. Actually, I wasn't, but even I know that much. But not exactly representing New York well in that rivalry. And the Knicks fans, they want more than that this year.
The Celtics with the lead. Screen by O'Neal. Anthony on the double team. And Pierce backs in. Here's Kristich. Makes it from 18 feet out. And the Celtics lead by 3.
Now, you have to love the vision to find the open man and get him the ball. And Paul Pierce is not particularly fast or quick, but he's very strong and he's crafty, and he finds angles. He finds a way to get his shot off, and that's one of the reasons he puts up great offensive numbers year after year.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. And back to Paul Pierce and what, Steve was talking about, what you've chimed in on with the way the Celtics play. It's a perfect marriage, Clark, between them because he can be so effective in that half-court game.
He really can be. I mean, he's versatile enough where you can use him a lot of different ways. You can post him, you can curl him off screens, or you can isolate the side of the floor for him, and he can get you good quality shots. And he's become a better playmaker in addition to being one of the terrific scorers.
That's a great observation. For the Knicks, Lonnie Turioff, he's checked in for Anthony. Walker comes in for Sean Williams. And Chauncey Billups has subbed in for Tony Douglas. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Billups. Fields with the three, and that one's good. Fields has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now Pierce. Allen outside. Outside Rondo. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc, Allen's shot is off. A chance here to retake the lead.
Showing some intensity here in these last few minutes. Well, we all know what a fiery, competitive team the Celtics are, with Kevin Garnett in particular. You know, that's one of the reasons they were second in the NBA in technical fouls last season.
Here's Rondo. 58 seconds left to play here in the half. And Billups picks him up defensively. And stolen by Billups.
A fantastic steal. He knew exactly when to jump into that passing line. Well done.
Stoudemire, right side. Billups against Allen. Billups kicks to Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by O'Neal. Boston trailing. Here's Pierce. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Pierce has got 6.
You know, when there's little or no D on this guy and he's headed to the rim, let's chalk it up and go on.
Here is Billups. A step back shot here. And he hits the jump shot. He's got 6. He got it up. Can't get it to go. Knicks out front, up 2.
And a fun game going on out in New York as HB presents our halftime report. New York leading against Boston. They've played gritty D and have been hauling in the defensive rebounds. It's been a Carmelo Anthony clinic in this one against the Celtics defense. We're at halftime and still he hasn't missed a shot. It's been a pure shooting exhibition. Looking at Boston, they're definitely making plays as well. Just a once-in-a-season shooting performance we're seeing from them. They're wearing out the twine. Paul Pierce leads them in scoring. Kevin Garnett also been a big contributor. Time for us to wrap things up. Let's get back to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll see you next time.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Here's Rondo. Stoudemire and Turioff in the middle. Billups and Fields pairing up in the backcourt. And it's Anthony in at the 3 slot. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half. Allen's shot is off. The Knicks with the lead.
Ray Allen is such a talented player. Had those early years in Seattle where he was brilliant. But in Boston, he really found a role on a great team.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Hey guys, the Knicks uncovered a gem when they plucked Landry Fields out of Stanford. Coach Mike D'Antoni said he's a heady basketball player. The best part of his game is all the little stuff. It's his consistency with all the details of the game that makes him unique. He's an efficient shooter and player, doesn't turn the ball over. If he does something, it's a positive. Every team needs that glue guy who's efficient and can do a little bit of everything, guys.
He's surprised a lot of people with how well he's done. Thanks, Doris. And so he hits both. But, you know, when you talk about the Celtics defining Allen's role a bit more, and that's what good teams do, isn't it? Clearly define roles for players even better than ones like Ray Allen.
Kevin, you're exactly right. And, you know, Ray became a much more consistent defender for the Celtics. I mean, you see that, and as you define roles, you can rein players in, and in some aspects, you can push them to do more in other areas. I think we saw it with Doc Rivers and Paul Pierce.
Sure.
From an offensive standpoint,
You got it.
encouraging him to be more of a playmaker and facilitator than just a bucket producer.
Here's Stoudemire after Paul Pierce's score. Stoudemire dishes to Turioff. 6 to shoot. Pierce against Anthony. Connects on the open J. Anthony's got 14.
You look at their scoring. Mid-range jumpers account for 6 of their last 10 points.
Well, defensively, they're doing a nice job of keeping them out of the paint, but got to give them credit. They're knocking down shots.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the Knicks last season did not use their bench very often. Kind of typical of a Mike D'Antoni team. He relies heavily on his starters, and that was the case a year ago.
For the Knicks, Jeffries comes in for Ronny Turiaf. And it's Walker in for Landry Fields. And a change for the Celtics. Davis is checked in. Here's Rondo. He dishes it to Garnett. Phillips against Rondo. He kicks it to Davis. Puts it up. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Davis has got 6. A tight game here in New York. Phillips kicks to Walker. And Allen picks him up defensively. Anthony, Pierce covering. Pierce against Anthony. And there's another one for the Knicks.
You know, right now the book on Rondo is that you need to back off of him and make him shoot because he's really interested in trying to set up other people. And it was on display in how Miami defended him with Bibby. He didn't give him any driving lanes and made him settle for shots on the perimeter.
Here's Allen after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. On the clock. Fires from the line. And again, it's Boston converting. Clark, you've been watching tape. I mean, and probably too much tape in terms of what Rondo did or did not do in that Miami series. His teams back off him, and his assist numbers rise, which is good, but they want him to be aggressive, Steve. I mean, Doc Rivers, I know, has told you that many times. He is their engine on offense.
He sure is, and Boston is at its best when Rondo is pushing the ball in transition, but when they're in the half court, you're right, Clark. I mean, teams are going to play 4-on-5 against him and let him shoot, and that's why it's so important for him to be active and energetic and on the move, and then when he does have an open look, to go ahead and shoot it confidently.
New York calls timeout.
Well, it's been such a long, tough stretch for Knicks fans, but last season was a good one. Getting to the playoffs and finding talent in Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony, a couple of superstars, and they handled their business on their home floor pretty well.
Here's Walker. A 3 off the inbound. And the Knicks hit again from deep. You know, Steve, you're right. Those superstars you just rattled off have given the basketball fans and the Knicks themselves brand new life. And now they got a product, Clark, that people want to go out and see.
Exactly, and a pretty impressive home record that I think will improve now that those guys will have more time together. Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire, 23 and 18 at home last year, and I expect that number to go up.
Ronny Turiaf, he's checked in for New York. And the Celtics making a change here as well. Jermaine O'Neal's checked in for Paul Pierce. The Knicks leading by 5. Outside, Phillips. Outside, Anthony. A 3. And good on the basket. Book it. Anthony's got 19 points.
Well, that's a quality look there. The defense a bit late.
And 2 straight now from long range, putting up points in a hurry, Clark.
Rondo kicks to Allen. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got his 3rd assist on the night. Outside, Phillips. He's picked up by Rondo. Anthony, the pass to Jeffries. Back to Anthony. Davis is on it. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. They get Jermaine O'Neal.
Well, you know, the cream of the crop in the Atlantic, the Boston Celtics, I mean, they've ruled the division for the last 4 seasons ever since the trade for Ray Allen and Kevin Garnett.
That free throw good from Anthony. Well, the Celtics 13-3 last season in games against their division mates in the Atlantic. That's a good division, Steve, and the Celtics were right there. A terrific mark.
Well, the division was improved, Kevin, with the play of New York and Philadelphia, particularly in the latter part of the season. But they really dominated a year ago, as you said, 13-3. I think they will be hard-pressed to match that record this coming season against the Atlantic.
Outside Rondo kicks it to Allen. Rondo against Billups. 4 on the shot clock. Allen's shot is off. The Knicks leading by 7. Back to Billups. He's picked up by Rondo. Rondo against Billups. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Billups has got 4 points now in the quarter.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's been tough to play straight up.
Now here's Rondo. Allen outside. He's picked up by Walker. This one for 3. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Davis. 11 points for Allen.
Now, they may have to climb on his back to get back into this game.
Come get it, come get it.
Here's Anthony. That misses, would have kind of had it gone in. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
You know, all game long, he's gone right at defenders, creating contact, and he's found a way to get to the free throw line.
You know, it might not be the prettiest way to tally up the points, but they count nonetheless. I mean, the fourth quarter's coming up, and he might get some guys in foul trouble if he keeps dominating the paint like this.
And we'll see you in just a moment. Now as we get going here in the fourth, let's send it over to Doris Burke for our Sprite Spark.
Hey, Kevin, well, our spark of the game goes to the Knicks for that major surge. They've been in total control here and keep finding ways to move the ball, spread the floor, and continue to put points on the board as they widen the gap.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run has made a difference, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what got them off and going.
Yeah, they were really able to seize the momentum at that point, and they just rode it.
So with Rondo bench, here's the 5 for Doc Riverside. Outside, Pierce launches a 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 3-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
Now here's Williams. He's picked up by O'Neal. Now here's Douglas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And here is West. It's Pierce on the wing. The pass to Garnett. Working on Williams. Fades. And another basket for Boston.
Now, if you can't get around your defender, sometimes the best way to get a shot off is to go to that fadeaway.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Jeffries comes in for Sheldon Williams, and it's Walker in for Carmelo Anthony. Now here's Stoudemire. Picked up by Davis. Stoudemire against Davis. Stoudemire dishes to Williams. Over Davis. Williams' shot is good. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And this continues to be a shootout.
Well, I'm a fan as well as a commentator, and I love this fast-paced action. I mean, it's going back and forth, back and forth.
Douglas against West. Davis kicks to Pierce. The shot is off. Knicks will take it the other way. Douglas, the pass to Stoudemire.
Good foul. Make him earn the free throws. Don't let this team dunk.
I like that. That's a smart foul. I mean, it's a lot easier to dunk it than it is to hit 2 free throws. Make them earn them at the stripe.
That free throw, no good. Good on the second free throw. Here's West. Ray Allen is on the wing. He feeds it to Davis. He's against Stoudemire. Releases, and there are the Celtics with another basket.
There's that little sweet spot, that mid-range jumper.
He's guarded by Davis. With the shot, Stoudemire with the bucket.
And guys, you just got to love this offensive skill set. I mean, that's what he does, and that's who he is.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Carmelo Anthony is checked in for New York. Billups comes in for Bill Walker. The Celtics also changing it up. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Green. Von Wafer comes in for Ray Allen. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Delonte West. Here is Rondo. Outside Pierce. There's the triple. Knicks with the rebound. Billups dishes to Douglas. Passes it to Carmelo. Straight up. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. Ray Allen is checked in for Boston. Good for the three-point play. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. Pierce with it. Here's Garnett. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Garnett's got 4 points now in the quarter. Here is Douglas. They can take their time on this possession.
You know, guys, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, gives themselves a little break, too.
Catch the breath, you're right. Now here's Douglas. Anthony right side. Clock at 6. And it's sent back by Garnett. Celtics trail by 7.
That's going to be tough here, Clark.
You know, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they need some big plays to steal this one.
And that one's good.
You can say anything you want about this guy. He's played well in every area.
And you know what? That tells you what kind of game it's been for him. Well-rounded, highly productive in all areas.
Less than 1 minute left. Now here's Douglas. Pass to Anthony. Over Davis. And that one's good, Anthony. And the Knicks lead by 7.
They've really executed well here offensively.
Well, it's going to take a major catastrophe, a colossal collapse, for them to not walk away with the win.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Now they're going to attack the rim, try to get a quick shot, and then foul immediately. It probably will be too little, too late.
Yeah, I agree. It's a major long shot, but we've seen stranger things happen, Steve.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Taken away by Anthony.
Great hands down low. Gets the takeaway.
Rondo against Billups. He passes to Carmelo. Shot clock at 6. Anthony drawing the double team. From deep three-point range, misses the tray. So it's New York picking up the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Carmelo Anthony.